Hi friends, today let's discuss about the analysis of structures using StatPro software. Uh, Basically, StatPro means it is the full form of that is structure analysis and design of the structures. Okay. Now, when you open the StatPro software, this screen will appear. Here, many tabs are there: new project open from project wise, configuration, backup manager, and license management. Many are there. These are the recent files that have been opened. Okay, click on the new project. After clicking this dialog box will appear. Click on the space and choose the directory of the file to be saved. Okay, I have chosen this file, and you can name the file as simply support analysis of simply supported beam. That is simply supported beam. Okay, and make sure that all these units are in meter and kilonewton. Click on the next. Here click on the add beam and finish it. When you open this, when you click on this one, this screen will appear like this way. Close this snap node and beam. And this is the geometry. If you go to geometry, this will appear. Close this one and choose the coordinates of each nodes of the structure. We are analyzing the simply supported beam. First, let us say first coordinate is 0 0 0 for the first node. Second node 4 meters, because the span of the beam is 4 meters. Let us take the span of the beam as 4 meters. Always, while modeling the structure, it should be taken care that center to center dimensions of the member is chosen. Okay, that's why center to center distance between the supports is 4 meters. That's why I chosen here as 4 meters. And then next, add the beam. For that, node A means first node and node B is second node. Okay, now after clicking this one, after entering node 1 to 2, then this is the node 1 and this is the node 2. Both the nodes have been connected by a beam. And go to the commands and member property. Go to member property and then prismatic. Here is the prismatic is there. Go to this one, prismatic. This will appear: circular, rectangular, T section, trapezoidal, general section, tapered section, tapered tube section. Under steel, if steel you are modeling the steel structures, predefined sections, rolled steel sections are there. That is angle section, beam section, column section, or channel section. For this particular, let us take it as the RCC beam, which is a rectangular beam. Enter the dimensions of the beam. Okay, YD means it is the depth of the beam. ZD means it is the width of the beam. Now with depth of the beam in meters, let us take it as 450 mm or 0.45 meters. And ZD is the width of the beam. Okay, let us take it as 230 mm or 0.23 meters. And click here, material as concrete. And then next, go to the add. After adding this one, close this and click on this one in the properties dialog box. Click on this one, click on the beam and go click on the here, assign to selected beams. Then assign. It will ask for chosen method is assigned to selected beams. Okay, give it here as yes. Okay, next is assigning the supports. Go to commands. Here, support specification is there. Click, go to commands, support specification. Go to pinned. Pinned means hinge joint. Okay, here go to add and then click on this one. Click on this node. Now cursor, you can see here, cursor below the cursor some node dot is appearing. It means that it is the node cursor. Click on this one, click on this node and hold the control key. Hold the control key and then select this also and assign to selected nodes. Okay, now assign this one. Now here it is the beam is created. Okay, of dimensions 230 mm by 450 mm. Now next is to assign the loads. Go to commands, loading. In that primary load. Here dead load, live load, different loads, wind loads, earthquake load, different loads can be defined. First click on the dead load. I will name the dead load as DL. Huh? Click on the add. One more load, live load need to be added. Click on this one, live load, live, and then click on name it as LL, which is nothing but live load. Huh? Okay, click on the add. Okay, in the dead load, cell weight of the structures to be added. Click on this DL and then go to add option. Add option, after add option, self weight. It is asking for self weight load. Make sure that this is direction is Y and factor is -1, and then add this one. Add this. Click on the self weight. Click on this one, self weight. Here question mark is appearing. What it means is no load has been assigned. Okay, if that question mark appears means it is not being assigned to any members. Okay, click on this one. Click on the select the beam. Click on the assign to selected nodes or beams. Okay, and then click S. Now you can see when you click this one, it will show. When you click this one, it will show red line, which means that the sulfate has been applied to this beam. Okay, next is live load. Assigning the live load. Live load, how to assign is click on this one, go to add, and here different loads are there: self weight, nodal load, member load, physical member load, area load, floor load, plate load, surface solid loads, temperature load, seismic loads, time history, wind load, snow load, response spectrum load, repeated load, frequency, something. All the list of the load types are there. Click on the member load. Member load, if you click here, this referring to this diagram, you can apply the load. Make sure that it is GY is there, means global coordinate Y. Here you can see this is the X direction, this is the vertical is the Y direction, and then lateral direction is Z direction. Now all our loads must be applied in the Y direction, that is gravity Y direction. This GY means global Y axis. Y only Y means local Y axis. Okay, click on this one and assign the load. I will assign the load live load as 20 kilonewton for this case. Let us take it as 20 kilonewton per meters. Okay, now since it is acting downwards, take it as -20 and go to add and close this one. Here again question mark is appearing, means it is not been applied to any members. Click on this one and click on the beam which you want to apply the load, assign to selected loads, and then assign this one and proceed. Now you can see, some load, uniform distributed load has been applied. Okay, next is click on this load case details, go to add. Here define combinations is there, load combinations. This is for load combination. First load combination, let us take it as dead load plus live load. Select this one, make sure that factor is 1, and live load also select this one, factor you can see it is the live load, dead load plus live load. Okay, one more load combination is there, which is 1.5 dead load plus live load. Okay, now click on this one and type it here as factor as 1.5 and drag it to this side, right side, and click on this one, drag it to right side, which is the selected loads. Go to add. Okay, now you can see here, dead load plus live load. Load 1 means this DL, dead load. Load 2 means it is live load. Okay, 1 1, this 1 1 represents the factor. Here the one more load combination is there, which is 1.5 dead load live load. This 1.5 represents the factor, partial safety factor, which is 1.5, and load 1 is DL or dead load. load to 1.5 is, this is the factor for load, partial safety factor for load, and then load 2 means it is LL or live load. Okay, after assigning the loads and load combinations, go to command. This is the commands. Go to commands and then go to analysis. Click on the perform analysis. It will ask for print options. Print options, right? Now for this one, let us take it as no print is required. Okay, now click on OK. Now after this one, go to analyze, the analyze and the run analysis. The last for saving the file. Okay, now you can see it is being analyzed. Click on the output file, view output file, and done. Here you can see this is the output file. Different results are there. If you want to view the result, here modeling is there. This is more modeling, and likewise here post processing is there. Click on this one, select the load combinations. Load combinations required are only these two. Live load, you bring it to selected side. 1.5 the live load, you take it to right side. Click on apply and OK. Okay, now you can see the deflection curve of the beam. Hold the control key and scroll. You can, after scrolling it will, you will see the deflection profile of the deflection curve of the beam member. Here is the different cursors are there. This is the node cursor, this is the beam cursor. For the time being we'll use the beam cursor. Now results is there on this one, command option. Results is there. Go to results and go to view value and click on the beam results. Bending is required, ends and maximum. Click on the ends and maximum. Shear also similarly, ends and maximum. Deflection as maximum resultant. Go to annotate. It will ask for, click on the OK. Now you can see the deflection is, maximum deflection is 1.961 mm. This is the deflection, and this is, if you want to view the deflection, this is the button for viewing the deflection. Okay, next MZ is means bending moment diagram. This is the bending moment diagram. If you want to view the bending moment diagram of the beam, click on this one. Okay, click on this button and Fy is there. Fy means it is shear force. Shear force, click on this one. You can see the shear force diagram. Okay, these are the things. Now if you want to find out the support reactions, you click on node cursor, select these two nodes, go to report and you click on the support reaction. Loading, it will ask for, loading. Click these two and OK. Now you can see Fy is nothing but the support reaction, and load combination. This LC means load combination. Fx is axial force. Fy is support reaction. Fz is the other in the z direction. What is the support reaction? Mx is the torsion. Mi is lateral bending, and then Mz is bending moment diagram. This is bending moment. Okay, now only here you can view the support reaction.